Hello, it's Professor Barry here today. You're watching Barry and the PI, and as I've mentioned it before in my other videos, that I'm a rock hunter. I've collected rocks from everywhere we go. Sometimes we'd go just specifically to certain areas to find certain kinds of rocks. It's all stemmed with my time in working on geological research projects when I was a student at the University of Texas. Oh, I've got a collection of my rocks that I've picked up or found or bought. Yeah, sometimes I'll buy one. This is one that I don't know if you can see it very well. It's in there. That's a trilobite. It's a little ocean critter. They used to scurry along the bottoms of the seas. They date back up hundreds of millions of years. You don't remember the exact date. They were along. Now we found this one in Delta, Utah. There's an area outside of the town that have fossil-bearing rocks. And so it's called dinosaurs of us, or no, fossils are us. And we went there in northern Utah during summer and come out, and we went on a Sunday. Usually you have to pay to go and look for the rocks there, but they were closed. And then there was a sign saying "New Mine" here, so we went over here, and they had blasted out a bunch of those rocks, so we put the shell rocks, and we sat there and just with my rock hammer and opened them up, and we'd find all these little trilobite fossils in there. And so we stocked up on a lot of them. A lot of them are in my new garden there that I've got out. So that's where one. Here's another. It's a fish fossil. I know Filipinos would like that. I might want to eat it. I don't know. Here's another one. This is one I bought. And this is a megalodon teeth. This is a younger megalodon. Megalodon, I think. They used to terrorize the seas millions of years ago. And here's another form of trilobites. I bought this one too. And here, another one I bought. It's a nautilus and squid, what became squid. Two fossils. This is another pretty, these are minerals that are associated with copper. That's a beautiful rock though, and minerals. Rocks are made up of minerals, two or more minerals. Here's one I found that's almost a geode black. This is mostly quartz crystals in here. It's got some kind of, I'm not sure what this is. I hadn't figured out what that is. But it looks like it's some iron related stuff. So we found this one on one of our trips. This is another. In many rocks, magnesium is squeezed around and they make these unusual shapes like this. It's called dendrites or dendritic rocks. That's a pretty neat one. And in America, you can find a lot of can't even think of it, petrified wood. And this is a piece of petrified wood. And inside it, beautiful agates, I think, minerals. It's got the same on here. Now, one of the geological projects I worked on was the mineral talc. Talc is used in talcum powder, lipstick, all kinds of cosmetics use this mineral. It's the softest mineral. You can scratch it with your fingernail. And it grinds up into a very, very fine powder. What we found out, what the PhD student, this was his project, Bob Rauerbacher, and he found out that there was asbestos in some of these talc deposits. And Johnson & Johnson and several other companies that use talc are being sued. And I'm wondering how I could get in on that. Since I was on the team that found that. Another mineral that you may have never seen, this is mica. It's transparent. It flakes into sheets, even smaller sheets. And it's one of the softest minerals there is. And I found a lot of it in big chunks of it in Big Bend National Park myself. This is another one. You might look at that, and it's not in the sun, but it's shiny. This is pyrite. It's also known as fool's gold. Yeah, people used to find this and and find out it's worthless. You know. Something. And here is quartz crystal. And this is another form of quartz crystal, quartz. Now, since we live close to a volcano, I don't know if we can find any of this around, but this is obsidian. And they made it into an arrowhead. It can easily be formed into stuff like this. The Native Americans did that, used that, like that. And what else do I have here that might be interesting? This, I don't know if it's, let's see what else we got here. These come from a thing I got to teach when I was teaching earth science. So I have anything else interesting in here? No, I don't think. Now, these are rocks that I've picked up. And the thing is that I have polished them, many of them. And there's another rock, quartz crystal. These are rocks that I have picked up around the planet here, and I have polished these. I have intended to do lapidary and make rings and necklaces and stuff with rocks in them. But several years ago, I had a brain seizure, which was kind of funny in a way. It came over me in the middle of the night. Mica said my body was just shaking. And she tried to wake me up, and I wasn't waking up. So she was scared and called the 911 and got the ambulance and EMT out, as well as cops. But then I did come out. I went into my kung fu fighting. And there was several big EMT guys there, as well as some firefighters and police, much bigger than 155-pound Barry. And I was kung fu fighting and trying to kung fu. I was, ow! It was funny, but so nerve-wracking. So I tried to fight them, and I didn't have any chance at all. And they got me, and I think gave me some Capra, and took me to the hospital. And I woke up the next day in the hospital room. I said, what's wrong? Why am I here? And Mica was there. You had a brain seizure. I don't remember any of that while I was out. But now I'm not supposed to use machinery. I have a new 10-inch rock saw, and I have a tumbler to tumble the rocks, and then you can cut them and shape them into a ring or a necklace or whatever you want. So I can't use that anymore. And if anybody knows some young person that would like to learn how to do lapidary, to make uh, jewelry, they can come, or welcome to come, and I'll show them how to do stuff, and they can, they're welcome to come over here and work on them, work on the rocks that I've got, because some of them are really pretty. That's pretty rock right there. And this one would be one that you could turn into a beautiful ring. I've got some like this that are interesting. So somebody around here, maybe I'll find somebody. That would be a good one too. So if you know of anybody that would be interested in that, tell them to contact me, and we'll see about setting up something where they can put these things to good use. Well, that's it. You've got your education for the day. Be a Professor Barry. There's never a dull moment on my channel. It could be danger, could be beautiful women, could be about my yard and my plants, could be about dangerous cougars down the road of the older female kind, or just driving in Philippines. That's a dangerous thing to do. So anyway, I hope you liked my rocks, and I've put a lot of time into collecting these. Mica, we went to Rockhound State Park, in Arizona, to go rock hunting there, and she came close to being bit by a rattlesnake, a young rattlesnake, the worst kind. It wasn't that long, but it packs a wallop if she had gotten bit. Fortunately, she spotted and jumped back. But that's one thing you had to watch out for. I worked on some archaeological projects that I tried to make as much noise walking through this tall grass and weeds, because there were rattlesnakes all over the place. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and please remember to subscribe, like, and tell your friends, tell your enemies about Barry and the PI. Y'all take care, stay safe, take care of your family, your kids, your pets, and we'll see you again maybe tomorrow.